Good morning, guys. How you doing? So it's Monday. Had another good chat on the Google Hangouts on Friday night. That was cool. Had a good time with everyone. It was really funny seeing guys on the actual chat part. You know, they were typing in, and they were all being funny. It's just funny. It's kind of like two different groups going. You got one going with the live chat, and you got other guys just chatting just by texting. So it's funny. Today we got two calls lined up. First call is one of my hockey buddies I play with. Called me up. I used to do his maintenance when I worked for another company. And he called me up and said that company said that they have a bad heat exchanger and need to replace it. So he wanted me to come out and check it out. So I'm going to try and see if I can get him to switch over to my maintenance program. See if maybe even if I can just buy it off or something. He does have a, I don't know, like a 14, 15-year-old train. So see if, I just want to see it. I don't recall his heat exchanger being even really that close to being bad. I know he didn't take great care of his filters, but so we're gonna go check out on that. And the second call that we have is I'm basically just going back to that sales call. Basically just going back to a call in West Sacramento where I quoted a guy on a system, and I'm going to try and get him financed through Y-Green, which is a California Senate bill that was passed, and it's called the PACE program, and but Y-Green is the company that handles it. So I just actually just went through the training on it last week, and the guy who taught me said, "Hey, this is a great program." Some of the guys that I've talked to say around here say like 70% of their systems that they sell are financed through Y-Green. So Y-Green, just real simply, is a program where you can do energy upgrades on your house, be it your water system, through solar, windows, insulation, HVAC, and you can do it all through you can basically just add it to your pay off the loan through your property taxes, and at a really low percentage ultimately. So there's no credit check, there's no FICA score, ratings or anything. It's not based off of that. You don't even have to have a job. Basically, it's based off of your equity that you have in your house. If you have more than 10% equity in your house, then we can get you financed. So, and I can go to the house. I can check online and before I even go to the house and see if they're pre-qualified. So I can go to the house and sort of already know in the back of my mind, hey, these guys are already qualified, and I can, if they're low on insulation levels, if their water heater's looking chintzy, I can bring all that stuff up to them. If they just had a roofing job done, if they just had, oh, I can't change my system right now because I just paid $10,000 for a new roof, I can say, well, let me buy that loan. Let me buy that. Do you still have the receipt? Let me have that receipt. I'll add it to this, and you'll actually end up paying less now for your roof. Going through the Y-Green program. So pretty interesting. As far as something kind of funny, not really funny because it chewed up about 3 hours of my morning dealing with it. But I've been having problems with my email system. I was using mail.com because they let you have a, I don't know, I thought they had kind of a cool domain name that I could use. You could use like Greg Fox at contractor.net or Greg Fox at repairman.com. You know, that's what I used. So I kind of used that repairman.com one. But, you know, I told you guys a story a couple weeks ago about how I lost a job because an email didn't even go through right. And I just started thinking, like, man, this shit better not start happening. Like, I'm working way too hard to be losing a job because of mail and communication breakdowns. So, once again, one of my property managers that I work for is saying, hey, my email's not going through to you. You know, it's saying that the mail's being blocked by the server, and I mean, my settings, I don't have any restrictive settings. I don't have any filters set up, you know, or anything like that to filter my mail. And so I just told my, you know, I just said, that's enough. You know, 2 strikes and you are out, because if my mail, I've never had a problem with Gmail. I've never had a problem with my AT&T mail, my Yahoo mail, and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna get a bigger company. So I went with my Gmail. I just set up a free Gmail account. So I set that up, and I sent that off to my property manager. So now I get the fun of freaking changing my email addresses on my business cards, on my magnets, on my freaking contractor's license, all that stuff now. I'm pretty new, so if this was going to happen, I'd rather it happen now. But just in the whole process this morning of getting a new mail account, I went back to my calendar. You know, I use Google Calendar for all my appointments and all my scheduling, you know, graduation date coming up for my wife and parties that we got to have and all this stuff. And so I had set up my new email account. I went back and checked my calendar, and it was freaking blank. And I was like, where is my calendar? I could not find it. I went searching through all the different little accounts, the little sub accounts that I made, and I could not find it. So I took a little break, a venting session, if you will, and blew off some steam. And came back, tried it over again, woosah. And I don't know, somehow I freaking found it. So somehow I found it, found my email account, found my calendar. I was able to, I never lost it on my phone, so that was cool. I was like, okay, at least it's not deleted. But where is this information? So it's just, you know, running a business. It's fun. Pull my hair out. Okay, well, I'm on my way to that first call, where I'm gonna go check out this heat exchanger. It's a tubular heat exchanger on a train package unit. I don't see very many bad ones of those, so I'm gonna go check it out and see if I can give this guy some peace of mind. See if I can get him switched over to my maintenance membership. You know, when I left that other company, I didn't want to steal anybody over. I didn't want to be like, hey, you should come over to me because I'm better. I'm not like that. But if he called me up and said, hey, I'm not feeling right about this, then I don't mind going and taking that customer now. So because he's a good guy. I've known him for a long time. Played hockey with him for a long time. So, okay, boys and girls, thanks for watching. It's kind of a little business HVAC video, which I like to put up every once in a while. The joys of business. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and I'll try and get some video of the jobs that I'm doing today.